Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Hear me now, quote me later. 1inch is about to explode, in my most humble of opinions. So, in this video, I'm going to run through some technical analysis with this thing, talk about what I see happening both short-term and long-term, and distill and simplify the most important support and resistance trend lines and price targets that you need to be aware of. I'm also going to do some TA on Cake on PancakeSwap just because it's been blowing up as of late, and mention some major macro news stories that you need to be aware of with exchanges in crypto. So if you like the sound of that, I need you to do me a favor, folks. You gotta like, subscribe, comment, and share, and hit that bell icon to be notified of new uploads, because I want to bring you the latest and greatest in cryptocurrency news and technical analysis. But I cannot do so if you don't like, subscribe, comment, share, and hit that bell to be notified of new uploads. So, folks, we should really care about decentralized exchanges and exchanges right now. Why? Because of what Coinbase is doing, folks. Coinbase is IPOing. They're going to the stock market. They are planned to be listed on the NASDAQ on April the 14th. That is 2 days away. This is a very, very big deal, folks, because Coinbase is rumored to IPO at a valuation of around $100 billion. That is a massive, massive deal, because if we look at the market caps of some of the most popular decentralized exchanges in crypto land, PancakeSwap here, 3.8 billion, 1inch, 850 million, Uniswap, 19 billion. And if all of a sudden Coinbase over here has a market valuation of 100 billion, the exchanges in crypto land are all of a sudden going to be looked with a much different outlook, and all of a sudden become extremely undervalued in comparison to Coinbase. So Coinbase launching that IPO and being valued at that valuation, 100 billion, is going to be extremely significant for the cryptocurrency decentralized exchanges, because they're all of a sudden become very undervalued in comparison, and therefore could potentially have plenty of room to the upside. Speaking of exchanges in crypto, big news. Binance launches Tesla stock token. Binance has launched the stock token as of today. That is absolutely insane. Very smart move for Binance. Very smart move for Tesla. Lots of big things happening here in crypto land. So let's take it back to the chart here, because there's a few very interesting things, some key things that you need to be aware of, because I think 1inch is getting ready to absolutely explode, especially with this Coinbase launch just a few days away. These exchange tokens are becoming very, very interesting, and 1inch specifically, I love this price structure. So there's a lot of lines here, but don't worry, we're going to simplify what's going on here and explain my thought process. So 1inch was forming this descending triangle based off these three wicks. So I just drew a white trend line to represent resistance while we were below it. And right here, this is a pretty price reactive level at about $3. That's where we found our support, and it was a previously price reactive zone. So I just drew a green support line there to represent the floor of support, and so that forms a descending triangle here. We broke above our white trend line and thus our descending triangle. We broke out bullishly, got rejected off a spike in volume. So this zone from about $5 to about $5.45 was constantly price reactive, constantly acting as resistance. If we zoom in a bit here, we can see that there's volume starting to pick up right at $5 to about $5.35. Bunch of volume, very price reactive area. So we flipped this area that was previously acting as resistance into support, because we're now above it. This is a very, very big deal, folks. 1inch is gearing up for a big move, and with that Coinbase catalyst, we could see 1inch start to really move in the near future here. Potentially, none of this is guaranteed, but the fact that we broke out bullishly from this ascending triangle and we flipped major resistance into support is a big deal. Two of the most important exponential moving averages that we need to be aware of in order to understand what's happening with 1inch is the 55 exponential moving average on the 6 hour. Pretty closely hugs price action here. Very good for understanding short-term movements, and the 200 EMA on the daily here. Sorry, no, 200 EMA on the 6 hour. Apologies. We can see here how it's constantly acted as a bedrock of support, very price reactive. So if we start to break down below these regions here, I think we're probably going to retest that 200 EMA on the 6 hour and potentially fall back within this range here from about $3.95 to about $4.20. Nice spike in volume. So if this range doesn't hold, these are the two support levels I'm looking out for 1inch. But if we can continue to hold above these regions, I think we're likely to see bullish continuation. And if we try and figure out a potential price target, we can take the height of this descending triangle, move it to the breakout point, and that could take 1inch to about just under $7.50, $7.30. So about $7.30 to about $7.50 is the price target for 1inch. We have the confluence of reasons. We have the 786 right there, and we also have the height of our descending triangle lining up in this region. So if we can continue to hold this area as support and that spike in volume here at about $4.35, sorry, $5.35, $5, I think we're likely to continue testing these upper levels. If we can start to get a daily candle close above this level here, about $6.30, I think 1inch is likely to fly, because we did make higher highs from these previous regions, but we didn't get a daily candle close above these levels. So if we get a daily candle close above these levels here, above $6.30, that would be something new, and this could lead us to seeing bullish continuation, and thus potentially eventually hitting $7.30, $7.50. So that's what's going on with 1inch. That's just the short term. But again, if Coinbase lists at 100 billion valuation and 1inch is over here sitting at under $1 billion, 1inch has plenty of room to the upside. I really like 1inch in particular because it's a decentralized exchange aggregator, so it doesn't matter. Oh, that's also now has a bridge to the Binance Smart Chain ecosystem. So very bullish on this thing long term. When it comes to the exchanges, decentralized exchanges, there's no need to bet on any one in particular, like PancakeSwap or Uniswap, when you have 1inch, because 1inch is just an aggregator to all of them. That has a bridge to the Binance Smart Chain. So 1inch is a project that I'm into to get exposure to the centralized exchange, decentralized exchange kind of niche market, because again, it's just an aggregator that has a bridge to the Binance Smart Chain. So 1inch has all the exposure I need to that market, so that's why I'm shilling 1inch in particular. But PancakeSwap 2 has been absolutely blowing up, taking a lot of market share, has more trading volume than Uniswap at this point. So I want to do some tea on it just to kind of describe what's going on. So I think PancakeSwap is pretty clearly forming an Elliott wave here. So for those who don't know, an Elliott wave, you essentially have kind of 5 impulses to the upside that forms your Elliott wave. So I think our next leg up could probably take us to about $32 based off a Fibonacci extension from this low to this high, then to the bottom of the retracement. That's where I probably think PancakeSwap could be doing if in fact this Elliott wave is indeed valid. In terms of where we could be going here in the short term, though, I do believe some kind of correction, maybe perhaps further correction, is in store. Ultimately, I want to see PancakeSwap hold above $23.50 to about $21.80, $22. As we can see here, there's a nice spike in volume in these regions. So if we start to fall below these regions, then perhaps this Elliott wave becomes less likely, and the likelihood of bullish continuation increases if we fall below this spike in volume here. So we have to see how this plays out over the next few days. And again, Coinbase IPOing at a high valuation like 100 billion is likely to be a bullish catalyst for the decentralized exchanges and centralized exchanges in crypto. So whenever we complete our retracement, hopefully we can find support, continue to find support above the 236 Fibonacci retracement. If we start to fall below that at about $23.60, I would be worried that we could see that bullish continuation. So if we continue to just hold above these regions I've described, we're probably going to go for that next leg up. That next leg up, I think, will take us to $32. And after that, I think this would be pretty clearly an Elliott wave, and we're probably going to experience some kind of ABC correction. Although this Elliott wave is not a guarantee, and with Coinbase IPOing, the dexes could just could just fly. Who knows? This Elliott wave might not even be valid, but so far this does look like an Elliott wave to me. So, you know, I decided to chart it in this way. So that's my thoughts with PancakeSwap with 1inch. Do not sleep on these coins. I'm personally in 1inch. I personally like 1inch better. You know, Binance Smart Chain, better fees. That's great, but I don't really like the centralized nature. I think over the long term, the you know, the Ethereum ecosystem and the more decentralized options are likely to win out. So I'm putting my bets in 1inch, but not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I could be wrong in the short term. You know, who knows? PancakeSwap could be a better trade. There could be a higher ROI. So again, not financial advice, but that's just, I'm just telling you what I'm doing. 1inch is a long-term hold for me. Very bullish on this project long-term, and in the short term, I think we could see more bullish continuation with that Coinbase catalyst and us maintaining above this region here. So folks, if you like what we do and you want to support us, become a VIP Discord member, join our community. Link to join our VIP Discord is through our Patreon. Link for that is down in the description below. Folks, like, subscribe, comment, share, hit that bell icon to be notified of new uploads. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, take care.